Hey everyone, Daniel Muller here. Just wanted to take this time while we're all in self quarantine, social distance, whatever at this point in time, to kind of make some announcements of some stuff that I've been working on and some projects that are in the works, getting ready to come out, and things that I've been reading. If you haven't been following me on social media, you probably have no idea that I have a new comic book coming out called Psychonaut Presents. Psychonaut Presents is the series, and every issue will have a particular story or theme. And the first one, issue one, is called MotherVine. The whole concept of the series is based upon experiences that I've had through my life, or ideas and dreams. Psychedelic memoir is really how I'm kind of describing it as I'm speaking to people about it. So my first installment, MotherVine, is already out in a couple places, so I wanted to let you know where you could find them. The first one you can find in a wonderful zine based out of California, and the editor of this zine is Will Hoffnecht. Will, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have my MotherVine installment in your anthology series. 100% Comics, and you can find it in 100% Comics number 2 is part 1 of my Psychonaut Presents MotherVine series. I love the cover. A little Ghost Rider work there. This zine is really good about featuring artists that and writers that you really can't find anywhere else. There's also an interview in here with Tony McMillan, who's one of my favorite comic book creators. So you can see it's in black and white, so it's not full color. There is coloring in my comic, so this is a black and white zine. But I really love it. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I really love the texture of this. It's like a brownish newsprint sort of paper. I really like it. So anyway, these are free. So if Will has enough, you can contact him. There will be contact information in the video description at 100%comics@gmail.com. Great guy, Will. And then part 2, you can find in one of the latest and greatest movements to be happening in comic book history, the cartoonist kayfabe community, which was started by Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg on the Cartoonist Kayfabe channel, which is one of my all-time favorite inspirations, and that has come up in the past year especially. But the Cartoonist Kayfabe community, specifically an incredible editor named Eli Schwab, who's responsible for such awesome fanzines as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fanzine and the Ween zine. It's a great picture of the almighty Eli right there. Eli Schwab put together this magnificent beast of a sucker. 248 pages of Wizerd, the Comix magazine. So for those of you that don't know anything about comic history and follow me and not familiar with the community, Wizerd was an old comics magazine back in the 90s. And the cartoonist kayfabers, Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, got their channel start by just looking up old Wizerd magazines and walking through them and doing kind of critiques and commentary and just discussing the state of the industry at that time. And so the community of fans wanted to get together and create their own kind of magazine. And so we named it Wizerd, but it's Wizerd with a backwards E. This has got interviews with Jim Rugg and Ed Piskor, as well as Han Allred, amazing. Tom Scioli, Tony McMillan. There's all kinds of highlights of other notable creators like Jim Mahfood, and it's in full color. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The paper quality, that it's just a all-around sound book. And even though I work in really small paper, this is huge magazine size. MotherVine number 2 is in here, and it looks great. Like, I was worried about, because I work so small. That's the money shot right there. I was worried about, since I work so small, that it wouldn't translate well being blown up so big, but it looks fabulous. I'm really happy with this. So this is a big milestone for me. Please contact Eli Schwab from Cosmic Line Productions if you want to look that up. I'll have the contact information on there, but it's eli@theweenezine.com is his email. Eli is incredible. He's like going to be the next Gareb Shamus of the comic book industry, Eli. So really happy about this milestone work. I did get back from the printer. This is the first time I'm really showing it off. But the full-size version of my comic book, Psychonaut Presents #1. So let me get a nice close-up of the logo there. I don't know if my camera is going to adjust or not. It's supposed to be an automatic adjust. But the logo work on the Psychonaut Presents is actually a better image of the logo on the back. Was done by my wife's cousin, Adam Page. And so I have a little insert in here for Adam Page, the art variant forward. So he does a lot of great graphic design work. So thank you, Adam. You're going to have free copy and other swag coming your way. But so yeah, this is the first full book. It's 36 pages. I use Kablam as my print-on-demand printer, and I'm really happy with their work. Everything looks great. I don't know if you can tell, but I use just kind of like a greenish tone for the book, for shading and whatnot. But it is full color. There's a table of contents in there because there's a few different installments. A little bit of a preview there of Mr. Psychonaut. I got a gallery of stuff in here, and then it looks great. So it is full color. The one thing about this paper that I really like is the black. You're not going to be able, it's not going to translate, but the black has this almost like you can feel it. Like the black is almost has this like rise, like a braille kind of feeling to it. So anywhere there's black ink on this paper, I don't know what they did, and I must have had the right selection on the that I didn't know what I was selecting whenever I did the printing, but it's awesome and it's gorgeous and has this wonderful sheen to it at the same time. So it like rises a little bit off of the paper. Really love that. So right now, especially with just kind of the state of the world and the economy being where it's at in terms of our situation with the COVID-19 and shutdowns happening everywhere. I'm not going to get this out just yet. In fact, there's actually like 1 or 2 typos that I need to have the printer fixed before I have this out and available, which will be very soon. But I kind of want to wait till things settle a little bit before I really get this out and make it fully available in its full story format. I'd much rather people go and try to support people like Eli and Will, who are trying to get their stuff out there. I have a full-time job already. I'm not trying to make a living off of being a comic book artist. But those guys are, really trying to do their best to, make it in the industry. And I really want to support the industry right now. So the best thing you can do, if you want to get MotherVine, is contact Eli and Will for those installments, and then just be patient and wait patiently for this to be out. Because nobody needs to be spending any unnecessary money anyway. If you really do want to still get on the Psychonaut Presents MotherVine bandwagon, you can go to my Teespring store. So I'll have a link in the video description. But got a lot of swag on there for the Psychonaut logo, MotherVine logo, as well as just you can get in t-shirts, tote bags, stickers, coffee mugs, all kinds of things. So if you really want to get going with Psychonaut Presents and can't wait for the comic to come out, you can support me there, and I would appreciate it. And I do want to, during this time, even though I'm wearing my Make More Comics Cartoonist Kayfabe shirt, want to talk a little bit about reading more comics, because now we have all this extra time, and if you're not making comics, which you should be right now, you should at least be reading comics. And again, I think it's very important right now to be supporting independent artists and creators as much as possible, because a lot of them really do rely on this work. So if the comic book industry is going to survive right now, I'd rather it survive in such a way that we're fully supporting these creators. I'm going to have a description or links in the video description. I'm going to have links to these creators I'm about ready to kind of highlight and show off. So you can get their works directly from them, which is the best way to support an artist. And these fellows that I'm about ready to highlight are amazing because when you order directly from them, sorry, I'm making the camera shake there. When you order directly from them, they're going to send you original artwork too, which is just awesome to have that original artwork. So let's dive into it. First one is You Won't Survive Zero Adventure by Jeff Manley. Jeff Manley, again, he's part of that cartoonist kayfabe community. I love the size of this book. It's really easy. It's a really fun, quick read. But Jeff Manley's got a really nice, clean style. I love his style. Don't really know what it's kind of reminiscent of. I can't really think of anything offhand, but it's just a ton of fun. And he makes cartooning seem really effortless in his work and his line work. So I really enjoy. I love the pacing of this book. It's just 3 panels every page, and it's just kind of this like tiered structure for your eyes to just kind of gently fall down with each page. Tons of fun, and he'll also send you original artwork, which is wonderful. And in the page, he'll sign it, and there's a little original drawing there as well. So gotta support your artist, Jeff Manley. You Won't Survive Zero Adventure. Fun little read. And then this guy, Adam Yeater. So Adam Yeater has been highlighted on Cartoonist Kayfabe a lot. And every single time that they have a mailbag session, Adam Yeater not only has something that he sent to the Cartoonist Kayfabers to look at. This guy is like churning out and creating comics like every day. He works at a printer, so he has all of these really interesting ways of being able to print his book. This is a trade paperback of 3 different comics that he had created over a period of time. It's called The Lottery. There's no words in this at all. But it's weird, just alien, cosmic. I mean, look at that madness. It's incredible. His style is fun. It's psychedelic, which of course I enjoy. Look at that insanity. And it's a definite story. And that's when you know that you have a really good storyteller. No dialogue, but they're able to tell it effectively. Here's another good one. Look at that. That's one of my favorite images. So, love Adam Yeater, and he'll send you all kinds of stuff. He'll send you little mini comics, stickers. I've got some of his artwork here on my bulletin board that he sent in. Usually printed stuff is what he'll send. Not so much, original pieces, but he may as well. But tons of fun. This guy really knows what he's doing. He seems like he has his whole system together, and highly respect Adam Yeater. So links in the description. And then one of my favorite cartoonists right now and storytellers is Tony McMillan. I ordered his graphic novel Lumen. I love Tony McMillan's style, not just even his style of writing, but his artwork, which is this just rough, sketchy stuff. I'm trying to get a good page in his coloring that he mixes in with it. This book is wonderful. It's about a world called the Noctera, which has no sun. It's in perpetual night. And Lumen is kind of he's a kid named Esteban who found this special suit and a lantern that runs on Lumen. Lumen is these globes of light that have kind of turned into the primary resource. They grow on trees, and you can garden Lumen, but they're the primary economic resource of this world. I mean, just look at that. Gorgeous work. So Tony McMillan's very distinct, very unique. It's a really good book. This is what, 4 or 5 issues put together. 5 issues? No, 4 issues put together. Well worth it. Well worth it. And of course, he'll send you original artwork as well. Incredible stuff. Love his line work. And then another thing I've been doing to pass my time is I've been diving to an old classic of ElfQuest. I have Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Dark Horse's ElfQuest Compendium. If nobody's ever checked out ElfQuest, or if you haven't checked it out in a while, and especially if you're an artist just trying to study black and white line work, and wow, Wendy Penny, and Richard Penny as well, but Wendy Penny needs props. I know a lot of people have talked about other cartoonists like Jeff Smith and Dave Sim in terms of the breadth of work and the level of consistency and growth in their artwork over time. But Wendy Penny deserves a ton of props. They produced so many ElfQuest works, and the line work, the amount of effort that goes into each page. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. And it's fun fantasy. It's a good escapist read that you can get your mind off of everything that's going on right now. So incredible work. So I highly recommend checking that out. So I get through that. I'm going to be diving into Jim Rugg's Plain Janes, which I have a copy of, and I'm looking forward to taking a deep dive into. So Jim Rugg and Cecil Castellucci. So really good work. And that's about it. So everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, listen to the experts. It is best right now, it seems, for everybody to stay inside to kind of flatten the curve, as they say, so we don't tax our health systems unnecessarily. It's going to be a crazy time, and I'm hoping everybody survives intact. I'm hoping that, businesses survive, and everybody just get through it, even just like your internal well-being and your mind and heart. Stay close to your family, and make some videos, have some fun, create some cool things. Talk to you all later.